guys, it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and I am here with Thank God It's Finished. It has been 2 weeks. There's been a lot going on, not anything in particular. We put up a new fence, and Kristen had a little mishap with her foot and fractured her foot, and so we spent some time with doctors and at the hospital and now in physical therapy. So that took up a little bit of time, and I have also, it cooled off a little bit. It's not cool now. It cooled off a little bit, and I started, I went back upstairs to the studio / attic. We have a very, very small attic, so our guest room has become more of an attic, so I have been going through, not an attic, but a catch-all. There is a lot of stuff in there. So I've been going through and weeding through everything and getting our guest room back in order. Oh, my nose is itchy. But I've been finding a lot of interesting stuff. I found Kristen's mother's cheerleading uniform from when she was in high school in the 60s. So, and you can see Kristen again this week. Say hi, Kristen. She's working, so. I have a lot of things to show you, so why don't I just get started? I have so much to show you that my notes are buried. So it's buried by finished objects, so we'll start with the finished objects. I'm going to show you this first because I have to get it away from the dogs. I got an order for a christening gown, and here it is. I am enamored with this thing. It took about 3 days of crocheting, about 5 hours a day, maybe closer to two and a little bit. But it came out great. It has this little bonnet that goes with it. It's a free pattern. The link is in my Ravelry profile. It's crocheted out of sport weight yarn, and I just think it's adorable. I still need to add the ribbon to the bonnet and the buttons to the back, but I've been keeping this in a place that the dogs don't go because I don't want dog hair on it. So I have to wait until bedtime to do that, and I'm going to do that tonight because it's going in the mail tomorrow. And I'm going to go put this back so nobody gets it. Anyway, more finished objects. The last time I showed you that I was working on the monster scrubbies, and there is a link in my Ravelry page to that pattern. It's another free pattern. Well, I finished those, and I should have done this video sooner because we really need these in the kitchen. All I did was I put a square knot between the two balls and just rolled up a big huge ball of all my scraps. I didn't care what order they were in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you all of these. But we love these in our kitchen, but they are due to be replaced. So those are done, and I can throw away the old stinky ones now. And then I finished a couple hats. Oh, I can see my notes now. The first hat I finished was out of this yarn. It's called Gina Chunky. This was sent to me for Christmas. This actually might have been sent to Kristen for Christmas. But she hasn't been knitting much, so she said I could knit it. By Lorna. Heart My Yarn? I think so. Anyway, the color is 108. And I knit, this is the man hat. I'm having a lovely hair day, so I'm going to use my mannequin to show you. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Again, it's called the man hat. So there it is. Oh, there, that looks good. It's a broken rib stitch, and I like it. And then the day I took Kristen to the hospital, I had some of the dogs with me, so I ran to Joann's and got a pair of needles and a skein of yarn because I just waited in the parking lot for her. And I remembered the man hat pattern, so let's get some of this stuff out of the way. I picked up a skein of tweed stripes because I knew I needed bulky yarn. I had never used this before. And tweed stripes I think is just acrylic. I can't find it. Why do they make these things so difficult? 100% acrylic. And this colorway is Woodlands. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. I don't know if I took my allergy pill today. So there's that one. And I think Kristen may have claimed this one for herself. I'm not exactly sure. And then, last hat I finished was the hat that I was designing. I used Bernat Sheepish stripes because I wanted to see what the pattern would do, if it would do what I suspected it would do with the stripes. I used the color Femish, and I'm really proud of this pattern. I worked really hard on it, and it's called Spursed. I don't know if I said that. It's a combination of spiral and burst because the hat is knit in with a spiral burst pattern. I'm going in the wrong direction, so you can see it here. And I really like it. It did do what I thought it would do in the striping. It pulled one stripe color down or up into the other. I can't find it. There it is. Which gave a unique effect, and people seemed to like it when I posted it on Instagram. So that's available in the Ravelry, on Ravelry for purchase if you are interested in that. I finished, why did I write that there? Anyway, I didn't finish these. I finished the opal socks from the yarn that Sarah Hepworth sent me. I think, again, this was at Christmas time, and I just love them. They are just a plain vanilla sock with a fish lips kiss heel. I do my heels from the opposite end of the ball, so that I don't interrupt the striping pattern, typically. And last but not least, and with loads of help from Kristen, I knit this old-fashioned sheep toy, and I think he's really cute. At first I wasn't sure he looked like a sheep. There, fix his muzzle a little. He was a lot of fun, but kind of fiddly. Inside of him is a wooden base, and you can see it. No, maybe see there are dowels there that go down in his feet. So Kristen cut the wooden base by the directions. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and at one point you put the base in and you knit with the base in there and stuffing it, and that proved a little bit challenging. I don't know that I would make one of these again. The wheels do move. I just sealed it with a natural stain that Kristen picked up for me, a polyurethane stain. And then there's a wood bead on the end. I just used the same thing I used for my drawstring. In the pattern, I think they just staple this to the bottom, but I had Kristen drill a hole in the front so that it could be a true pull toy. This is not meant to be a toy for our house. It's just a decoration. But I really love it, and I'm pleased with it, and will likely never make one again. That is knit out of Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. 2 skeins of that. What am I working on? Umaro. The Umaro blanket has gotten no love. It's just been too warm. So that isn't here. I am like so close to finishing my second opal watermelon sock. Here's the first one. Now, I just said that I pull from the other end of the ball for my heels. I forgot to do that on this one because I was somewhere. I may have been at the strolling of the heifers with my sister, or waiting for my sister to get here from Massachusetts. So my heels on this one are just in pattern with the rest of the yarn. These are, again, just a plain vanilla sock with a fish lips kiss heel. Speaking of strolling of the heifers, the the cow dress fit. You know what? I'll put in a picture of her wearing that here. So isn't she adorable? We had a really good time, and it was perfect weather. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. The next thing I am knitting on is I am designing another hat. This yarn is Malabrigo Comfy Junkie. No, that's not the right one. That's an old tag. I don't know what that's from. Anyway, this yarn is Malabrigo Comfy Junkie. I don't know where the tag is. Malabrigo Worsted. And I've tried to knit several things with this yarn, and it's just getting lost in the variegation. So I'm hoping that this one will work. This one has a little bit, you probably can't see it, it's getting lost again. There's a cable here, a braided cable here, and some other stuff going on, but I'm going to finish it this time regardless because I love the yarn. It's super soft. I love the colors. And even if you can't see the pattern, I can knit it again in a different colorway, and I would still wear this hat because it's super soft. I love the colors. It's a little bit more brown tones than what it's showing on the screen. So there is that. I'm thinking that will probably be ready in 2 weeks, but I'm not sure. Last but not least, let's find the tag. I am using my Miss Babs that was given to me very generously by Zelda NRJ3, in Deep Sea Jellyfish. And I'll show you the skein. Gorgeousness. And I am knitting Susan B. Anderson pattern. It's the Yowza 3 Weigh-It shawl. It's not really a great picture. It's a triangular shawl. And this pattern is written in such a way that you can use pretty much all the yarn because you weigh it before you start the border. Right side. Right side, wrong side. So this is what I've got so far, and this is just one day. I needed a break from after I finished this first hat. I wanted to do something fairly mindless but beautiful, so there's that. And that is all my works in progress. I'm down to 3, 4 if you count the blanket, but the blanket will be finished. It's just really too hot right now. Cleaned off the buffet so I would have more room to put stuff. I gotta put the label back in the bag or I will lose it. What is next? I need to knit an apple pie hat. I have to do that. I'm gonna start that, not tonight, but tonight is dance recital. I couldn't dance this winter, and because I had some stuff going on with my foot, I think I mentioned. Excuse me. Sorry for the slurping. But I'm still going to go, and I'm excited because I will be able to start dancing again very soonly. So I need to start an apple pie hat out of some Malabrigo that I have for somebody. And then I'm also going to start my first pair of Arnie and Carlos socks. These are going to be for Kristen. I don't know which night this is, but it's 3658. So I'm excited for those. And I'm going to start just a basic, I think probably a regular guy beanie to take with me tonight to knit before the show and at intermission. I got a few things. I got something in the mail. And I went shopping. So first I got a package from Cody Knits, with a really nice note. Card, and he told me he sent me a package, and I didn't know what to expect, but holy cow. Let's see, here you go, Cody Knits. And I guess he's gotten a shout out on the Bakery Bears podcast, so go Cody. So this, let me make sure I'm not showing his information. I can show my own. This is the box, and holy cow, it was heavy first of all, but let me show you what came in it. First was this tape measure, pink tape measure. He must know something about me because it's pink. Some candy, which I don't believe all of these are left because they're delicious. There were also some treats for the dogs from Diamond, and they loved those. All except for Dewey, because Dewey can't have treats right now. Oh, more candy. Then there were some zebra buttons. There were 4. I think there might be another one floating around in this box, but some zebra buttons. Some red buttons. Some soccer buttons. I think this needs to go on a baby sweater. And then this beautiful button. What is this made out of? Does it say? No. Not suitable for children. Hand wash only, which I wanted to say. Someone commented on my video last time about the hand wash buttons. And I've now been looking, and I am shocked at how many buttons say not to wash them. I have cheap taste in buttons though, so I think I'm pretty safe. But yeah, washable and dry cleanable these are, but this one is hand wash only. See? Something I never ever would have known without you guys. Okay, so then he sent me some fabric, and by some fabric I mean a ton of fabric. He sent some spider fabric. And JC's Sewing Room showed the same fabric. It's really awesome. So you can look for some bags in that. And this one will not be in the shop because I love it and I want it for myself because I'm greedy. There's this one. Actually, I'm going to make this for myself and then for somebody else I have in mind. This is so cool. Did I ever find a salvage on this? To tell you what it is. It just says Hancock fabric. It doesn't have a fabric line. But that's really cool. He also told me the prices of his fabrics down there, and I need to go to Atlanta, Georgia, because I can't find fabric for less than, I don't know, $7 a yard, and that's with a coupon. This beautiful green fabric. This one cracked me up. I think this is adorable. And just adorable. Make sure it's right side up. Look at those dogs. And I love the poodle, that the poodle is very sheepish. So, there's that. More chocolate. And this is really cool too. This is a heavier weight fabric, but it's awesome. Here, I'll show it this way. Adorable owls. Blue flowered. And I want to show that one last. And this floral fabric. This is also not, I don't think, a general quilting cotton. I think it's a linen. That's really nice. And then finally, I'm going to make a bag for him. I'm actually going to make a couple bags for him. He sent this, which looks like it was just a remnant, but it's perfect for the bag I have in mind for him. Because I asked him what kind of bag he wanted, and he just said to surprise him. So there's this bag. This will be a bag. That and some other stuff. And then this, which is so cool. There you go. So I will be starting on those hopefully sometime next week. Just depends on how crazy life wants to get. Like I said, I have dance recital tonight. Tomorrow I have our niece's gymnastics recital. Sunday is Father's Day. I'm trying to clean and organize the craft room and the guest room. And I want to knit and craft and do everything, and I just need, 700 hours in a day. So, thank you so much, Cody. That package was epically awesome. And next, I went errand shopping. There is a yarn store. My LYS is White River Yarns. I love White River Yarns. It's amazing. You will never find another yarn store like that. But before White River Yarns was purchased by the current owner, I had found another LYS, but it's not quite as local. It's Baker's Yarn in Springfield, Vermont, and unfortunately they are closing their doors. The owner is retiring. And coffee. She's retiring, and they carry a lot of yarn. All the yarns they carry actually are not carried at my LYS. So I needed to get a gift for my dance teacher. Well, I didn't need to. I wanted to get a gift for my dance teacher. My dance teacher makes every single costume for the recital. That's just insane. So she makes all the costumes for the recital, and for like 2 months up until recital time, she can't do any knitting, and she's a knitter. She's a big knitter. We go to knit nights, we go to webs, we do a lot of yarn stuff together. And Kristen and I wanted to give her a congratulations, you can knit, you're free gift. So I wanted to go to that yarn store because our LYS, she can get the stuff there anytime. So we went over to Baker's, and I went in for yarn for her, and I came out with this. It's bad. It's an illness. I'm telling you, it is an illness. The whole store is 50% off, so the first thing I got is for myself, and it's circular row counters. Several of mine have snapped lately, and I needed some backup ones, and 50% off. They were $1 each. These buttons I've looked at for a long time. Oh, these are washable. They're typically $9.75. They are handmade, giving employment to women in South Africa. Wait until you see them. How cute are those? They remind me of counting sheep. I don't know what I'm going to put them on, but they were too cute to leave there. I got this card for her, for my dance teacher to put in there. And then I got some yarn. First this is for the gift. This is Cascade Yarns Casablanca. It's a wool silk mohair blend, and there are 220 yards, and this is color number 2. And I saw this knit up into a Zuzu's petal. Zuzu's petals. So I'm going to give her this as well as the Zuzu's petals pattern. I'm going to gift it to her. And then I saw this one, and I thought of another one of my yarny friends. This is also Casablanca, and I'm going to do the same thing with her. This one is color 14. This one, I like this one. It has blues, but it has a pop of green and red and a little peach. This one was also knit up and equally as beautiful. Also for our dance teacher, because actually Kristen takes tap as well. She takes it privately to help with her coordination. I'm sorry. I need my coffee. I picked up 3 skeins of Cascade Venzia worsted. My yarn shop only carries Cascade Superwash and Cascade, a very limited selection of Cascade Eco. So this is this is 70% merino wool, 30% silk, and it's 219 yards. I got 3 colors of it. This is color 101. It's just a beige, like a cream. This is color 166, which is a green. These colors aren't coming up quite accurate. And this is color 119. It's a blue. But I thought those, see if I can get them. Thought those would go well together. This is like a sapphire blue is the only way I can describe it. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So I'm going to give her these, and I'm also going to give her the 2 patterns that I just finished. The Perk Me Up and Dispersed. Now the rest is not for anybody but myself. This is Cascade Superwash Paints 220. I had never seen this before. This is color 9876. I thought that was nice, and I thought this would be good for Kristen. Kristen can't wear 100% wool. And then also Superwash Paints in color 9877. This is greens and blues. It's a nice dog hair on there. That's pretty close. And I also want to knit, and I've wanted to knit the campside shawl, but I don't have any. Well, I don't not have any, but I don't have sport weight yarn or DK weight yarn in a large enough quantity. You need 700 to 750 yards. So I found this, which I'm happy about, and it was less than $3 a skein. It's Cascade 220 Superwash Sport in the color 904. It's just like a heather, not a heathered blue. It might be a heathered blue. It's like a blue-gray color. More blue than gray, but there are hints of gray in it. It's not that color on the screen. That color on the screen is the color of the blue I showed you before. So I picked up 6 skeins of this. And after I finish Yowza, I'm going to cast this on, because we have a fire pit out back, and I want it for when we have a fire. The only thing about this is that I did not look at lot numbers, and I got 3 of one lot and 3 of another. No, 4 of one lot and 4 of another, because I got 8 skeins. So I'm going to have to alternate skeins, which I've never done before, so I'll have to look into that. Yep, 2, and they are very different. You can even see it on the screen. The one on the bottom is lighter than the one on the top. Okay, and the last thing I got was some Cascade Eco. Cascade Eco is 500 plus yards. Let me see if I can find it. No, it's 478 yards of a, they call it a bulky. I think it's more of a worsted. But I knit my owl sweater out of it, and I knit an owl sweater for my niece, and I wanted to knit one for my sister. And this is usually $24 a skein, and it was half off, so I got 2 skeins for $24, which is enough to knit the sweater, which I think that's pretty good. So I got this nice, it looks black. No, oh. It's chocolate brown. You'll have to take my word on it. I got this chocolate brown color to knit that for her. And then this one I couldn't turn down. There were 3 skeins in the same lot, which I believe they only dye them up in 3 skein lots. This is lighter than it's showing. This is now showing the color of the sport weight yarn. This is blue heather, light blue heather. Not baby blue, but there it is. That's the color. So I got 3 skeins of that. I don't have any plans for it just yet, but I do enjoy knitting sweaters, so that is all I have for today. Lots of stuff. Sorry it's longer. I've been trying to stay at the 15-minute mark, but sometimes it's just not possible. I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you all soon. And that's it. All right. Bye.